great. I moved on from that Nike box, I tried to fill up a safe. You barely turn you nothing, feel like your fellas erase. You ain't never got the chills till you shake.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, an April Fool's Day edition. Glad to have you with us. Along with the all-star team of Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Chicago. On Tuesday, they'll head home to take on the Toronto Raptors. And then on Friday, they'll defend home court against the Portland Trailblazers.
And for their matchup with the Hornets, that's one to watch for. The fourth contest of this brand new NBA season. I'm really interested in how those teams match up this early in the season.
And the starting group for Chicago. Gideon White pair to make the backcourt. Buzelis out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's Herder in at the three. And for the Thunder. Inside, we got Williams and Holmgren. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Cason Wallace. And it's Dort in at the three slot. Stand two of the greatest words in all of sports, opening day.
Absolutely, Brian. Everybody's undefeated, everybody's optimistic, and everybody is eager to get going. Whether you're playing or the guy on the sidelines drawing up plays.
Get total focus from Shai there. Ready to go off the feed.
Vucevic finds White. Here's Buzelis. Outside Herder. Vucevic, a screen on Dort. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul of the game.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And that one falls for Vucevic. Such a skilled big. 6'10" Nikola Vucevic. He can beat you up in the post, or he can step back and hit a three-stand.
Yeah, Brian, and he's an excellent passer as well. Throughout his career, Vucevic's teams have been very good offensively, and his versatility is a big reason for that.
Now here's Giddey, and there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Wow, that's a tough foul to take there. That gives him two early on, and the coach might have to cut his minutes a bit.
Oklahoma City making a switch here. Hartenstein's checked in. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Pass to Giddey. Here's Buzelis. He's guarded by Hartenstein. And it's Buzelis that time on the assist from Giddey.
He still needs to fill out to be more physical down there, and that will come with time. But Buzelis can handle his own.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now Herder defending. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Williams is checked in for Chicago. And so here is Chicago. A clear look for Vucevic. And the Bulls tack on two more.
Still so consistent from the mid-range. This has been a staple of Vucevic's game for a long time.
Hits the trifecta.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him drop in a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Daigneault said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. Stan, it's hard to believe, but the Bulls have not won a playoff series since 2015.
Well, look, Brian, it's hard to win in this league, and when you're rebuilding, trying to find the mix that'll get you over the top is a difficult chore.
Long way from those Michael Jordan glory days. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Caruso, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Caruso. From deep. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Bulls leading by 4. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
Wallace outside. Outside, Williams. And here's Caruso outside. Connects from downtown.
And Caruso knows how to catch defenses off guard. Great work off that catch.
Outside White. Pass to Buzelis. And it's off from three-point range. The Thunder have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Here's Wallace. And it's blocked.
When it comes to contesting shots, Buzelis is showing us that he's got great timing.
Outside White. Here's Buzelis from behind the arc. Counted from distance. Buzelis has got 5 now.
Impressive offensive versatility for big. He can show you a variety of looks.
Hartenstein a screen. Here's Holmgren with 4 on the clock. Second chance shot. No problem from Hartenstein as he finishes at the rim.
Plays like that make a coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Chicago ahead, up by 2. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
And so in the game for the Bulls, Javon Carter is out there with Kevin Huerter. Then it's Williams, then it's Smith, and it's Collins in at the 5 spot. And the basket by Joe.
Showing off the dribble moves, able to create for himself. I love it.
Outside Huerter, out to the wing. Collins passes to Smith. Back to Williams. Gets the 3 to fall. 5 points in the game.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest on the arc.
Here's Caruso. Chicago with a rebound.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Now here's Williams. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Isaiah Joe. Stand back in your early coaching days, what was the dynamic working with the front office?
Well, I was in good situations, and so you need the coach and the front office in sync, where you're all working toward the same goals and you understand what the process is going to look like.
And how in sync were you when Stan was the coach and Stan was the front office?
We had problems then because the coach didn't like the front office very often, and the front office was always unhappy with the coach.
Nice. And I like what the defense was thinking, but Gilgeous-Alexander just outworks them and gets his shot.
Here's Collins, and he banks in the layup. Collins has gotten his first basket of the night.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Here's Hartenstein after the basket by Chicago. Smith with the rebound. Poke loose. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander, driving inside, and a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Have to respect the tenacity. Gilgeous-Alexander isn't afraid of going straight at the defense on the drive.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bulls.
Well, yeah, early on, the mid-range jumpers have been an important part of their attack. They're going old school.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Chicago making a switch here. Huerter's checked in. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And that one's good.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA explodes to the rim.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Here's Giddey. Here he goes. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Once Giddey saw his opening, he took advantage. I mean, defenders just could not keep up. And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And they had early success from the perimeter, but I don't understand how they've gotten away from that here in the second.
And it's Giddey off the drive. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Yeah, look at Giddey stealing the spotlight. What a jam.
Wiggins from long range. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Wiggins has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Herter. Oh, rejected by Wiggins. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Giddey defends. A nice shot by Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Substitution on the court.
Three-pointer, Vucevic. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's Josh Giddey making highlights for the Bulls. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
Taking a look here at Chicago, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big
Let's switch gears to the Chicago Bulls. They're in a tight one after the first half.
They've been choosy when hunting for shots, guys. I like that. Trying to capitalize on every single possession.
Yeah, you love the consistency in their approach. Really methodical. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
In it forward, it's Jordan. Good! Another from three.
For this franchise now, he's hit the most threes in a single season. Unbelievable.
His incredible range stretches out the defense on a nightly basis. It's an invaluable element to this offense. Pass to Caruso. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul of the game. Oklahoma City making a switch here. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in. Chicago leading by 5. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Greg.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Ryan, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. Now here's Holmgren. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. All right, a chance now to take a look at the steals over the last few months for Jalen Williams.
I get the feeling he hasn't been paying as much attention defensively as he should be. His steal numbers have dipped in the past few months. He needs to get back some of that intensity on defense.
Now here's Vucevic. 5 points in the game. The Bulls with another miss.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
And a foul call. Looks like he had a clear path to the basket. They'll get 1 free throw, and they'll keep possession here. Chicago shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. The first free throw is good, and you look at Matas Buzelis. Size, touch, feel for the game too, Graham.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's a guy who'll keep things moving.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Outside White. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, White with the tight handle to create space.
Thunder trail by 6. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now Herter defending. With the floater. Chicago with the rebound. Now Giddey. 10 points for him. And Gilgeous-Alexander with a block.
Read the eyes of the ball handler, and Gilgeous-Alexander able to get a hand up in time.
Shea with a step. And it's Chicago with a board. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's White. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Giddey's got his 4th assist in this one. Outside, Williams. Hits a 3-pointer. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes. You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Now here's Herter to the middle. Pass to Buzelis. And the Bulls get it back. Vucevic out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma City's ball. A different look for Oklahoma City. Wiggins, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Joe comes in for Wallace. And it's Alex Caruso in for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Joe. Takes a 3. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Thunder trail by 5. Pass to Caruso. The 3-ball. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Great positioning on the putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. What has them in front right now? By and large, they're taking great shots. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 7-point differential. They host the Pistons after this one. That'll conclude their longest homestand of the season. 5 games. On the court for Chicago. Williams is out there with Smith. Then there's Taylor Horton-Tucker. Then there's Zach Collins. And it's Terry in at the shooting guard position. Here's Terry. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Outside Horton-Tucker. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 9.
Nice offense here. Close in. great bet to go.
And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Terry, shot is good. And Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting world.
Well, I've also been cursed by some of those players for my pregame walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long, but I just wanted to be as prepared as possible and was one that always believed I'd rather do too much than too little.
Now here's Horton Tucker. Good work defensively by Hartenstein.
Wow, missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
And the basket by Horton Tucker. Horton Tucker's got 4 points in the quarter. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Chicago.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Well, they've also been impressive at forcing a ton of mistakes. Not only that, but converting those mistakes into points on the other end.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
A line change here for Chicago. They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup, make sure you get a good shot.
Herder passes to Vucevic. Great D that time from Holmgren. Thunder trail by 14. Dort finds Holmgren. Outside, Williams. Pass to Dort, puts up a three, drops in the three.
Dort has really improved this part of his game. Would love to see him shoot more often from out there.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point.
Let's hear it for your Thunder Girls Dynasty.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Giddey. Vucevic in the post. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Yeah, how about Giddey tonight? Scoring the ball, such a different matchup. I don't know who they can throw at him right now.
And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Look, he's doing what he can to try to keep them afloat offensively, continuing to stay aggressive.
Herder from long range. Vucevic, the second chance points on the tip-in. And the Bulls lead by 13.
Yeah, still one of the league's best rebounders. Vucevic extending the possession.
Drains the triple.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Bulls.
I was really impressed with their attitude today, Graham. Competitive game, they battled through every step of the way.
And BA, can you say big time effort and energy? I mean, just a tremendous performance. They were well deserving of this win.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And with this victory, they managed to avoid the embarrassment of getting totally swept in this season series.
And they got a lot of great solo efforts tonight, but probably none bigger than the performance for Matas Buzelis.
Well, he was the catalyst for them tonight. Played a great all-around game, and you could see his teammates feeding off his energy.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And now we've got an intentional foul.
And you know what? We'll give them some credit for battling today, but this one is just about over.
And so Chicago takes the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment. but they stood tall and got the win.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thanks so much, Vooch. A balanced attack tonight. How helpful is getting contributions from everyone?
We need that. We're not a team that has, 2 or 3 superstars that are just going to come in every night and get us 25 a game. So we need contributions for everybody, and that's why we have to play that way. We have to play for each other, share the ball, try to help each other get going, and that's the only way for us to be good offensively. When we try to create for our own, it never works, and I think we learned from that. So tonight was a good example when we move the ball, when we play for each other, and hopefully we can keep that up.
Sharing was key. Thanks, Nicola.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And let's reveal our player of the game, Matas Buzelis.